Hi, I'm Lee.
And I'm Chris, and we're middle-aged, not dead.
Yes, we are. We're certainly not dead. So basically, what we really wanted to do was just put together a short video, one to say thank you for those of you who have watched the channel.
Yep. And also just to just kind of review a little bit about what we've done this year. It's been for me to agree to doing a YouTube channel with Lee, who's been asking to do it for a while, is kind of was a revelation. But I really wanted to do something different and kind of change direction. So here we are. We've made a few videos since probably June or so.
Yeah, middle of the year. I think the highlight was surely going to Rutland County, where if you haven't watched it, please don't drop everything right now. This is rehearsed. There's a lot of no, it's not. We went up to Rutland County to a market town, as I was corrected on my post, called Uppingham. And there is an Airbnb there, and friends had recommended it, and I would highly recommend it. We'll leave a link in it, but we've done a whole video on it. But basically what it was a bookshop.
An old bookshop, yeah, which was converted into an Airbnb. So for us, obviously, this is a new project, new kind of direction for us. So with that video, for us, we did really well. We had, so many views, much more than what we've had. So it was really encouraging, and we're just going to want to do more of that, amongst other things, come 2025.
Yeah, and so we did have some ideas. We're still trying to format how we want the channel to look. Chris is American and I'm English, and we thought it was actually worth saying nothing wrong with that. That's not the thrust of the channel, but it is a fact. Someone's probably going to be going, "Hey, that's a weird accent," and then yours is actually quite a nice accent.
Well, yours is the weird one.
Yeah, mine's the weird one. I lived there for 25 years. Chris was born and raised there. We came back to the UK in 2004. That's the 10-second synopsis. If you're really interested, we did a whole video of why we did that as well. But with that in mind, basically, there's things that when we reached being middle-aged, it was nothing like we thought it would be. And so when we looked at this YouTube channel, we thought two things. What could be fun for us to do? And in which case, I think people like to watch things that people do and enjoy, whether it's sport or whether it's music, whether it's acting, whatever it is. If we're doing something on a YouTube channel that we're quite passionate about, then that would be good. And secondarily with that, I think we wanted to do something that would be of use.
Yeah, and a lot of the videos that we did were based on not physical challenges, but physical health and improving well-being in that sense. So we were one of the things that we started on last year was Couch to 5K, with the intent of running a 5K, which I did later in last year. But we also did open water swimming, and we walked. We did the trails in Stevenage.
We live in Stevenage, and in Stevenage, when it was first kicked off back in the late 1940s, early 50s, it was the first brand new town after World War II. One of the things they did is they created walking and running and cycling tracks that are dedicated just to that. They're not part of the road system, they're secondary to that, and there's a little over 22 miles, I believe. And so we walked pretty much most of that without the little spurs where you walk, 100 meters and then come back for 100 meters. So basically, we knocked out probably...
In September, we did that in September.
Yeah, we did that in 1 month in September.
So most of the videos that we've done have been revolved around, like I said, our physical well-being, which we certainly plan on doing more and more strenuous, you know, a little bit more challenging, I think, will be next year. But also looking to do a bit more of the travel and kind of the Airbnb and finding some interesting Airbnbs around the UK, and then hopefully moving on from there. But yeah, that's, you know, that's what we're looking to do. We just want to, I mean, there's plenty of people out there who are middle-aged that are doing amazing things and all kinds of things. So we certainly are not saying that we are necessarily in that realm, but we just want to show, you know, what, you know, just what a normal couple are doing in their life, you know, in their life at this time. And it, you know, it may inspire, you know, someone out there to do something different and do a similar thing, you know, whether it's a YouTube channel or just getting out there and doing something that they normally wouldn't do.
Yeah. So a couple of the things that we've got in mind for 2025. One is to walk the perimeter of the Isle of Wight, which is close to 70 miles. There's a variation on a theme. On that, you can walk more or less. You can walk the actual coastal track path that goes all the way around the Isle of Wight, and that is, I think, 72 miles. We are going to Airbnb that. So,
yeah, I'm not a camper, so that is unfortunately that's not something that that's not something that you'll be seeing, at least not with me on this YouTube channel, I have to say.
But what it does is it actually combines two things. One is the Airbnb. Like I said, we went to the one in Uppingham, and that was actually, we were really pleasantly surprised on that. Now, I'm going to say we have nearly 500 views on that. I realise by a lot of the people that we follow, YouTubers, that they will post something in within 2 hours they've got 10,000 views. We are not there yet, and we hope to be there one day. But for us, that was actually really exciting. And what we're trying to do is work out, was it the uniqueness of the bookshop, or was it the fact that it was Airbnb, or was it a bit of both? And either way, I think we enjoyed that experience of it being one unique and the Airbnb side of it. So that's something we're going to be doing. The other thing that I really wanted to incorporate into this is a podcast. And so we're looking at what the subject matter would be for being when you become middle-aged. And it isn't all health and fitness. It isn't extreme stuff like that, because I think that basically that's not who everybody is when they're middle-aged, but we are so much healthier than we used to be. And yeah, I mean, that was the thing. So it is going to be a bit of that. The podcast is going to be sitting down with professionals who we'll have as guests, not just our own opinion. Although I think that goes a long way. I mean, you know, without going into a whole thing, when you were 20 years old, did you think middle age would be like this?
I didn't have any idea of what middle age would be like.
Exactly. So that's the thing. So when you reach this point, I think there's value in that. And then, like I said, the Airbnb and the health and fitness. And we did talk about another piece. But anyway.
Well, we do have another. I mean, it's nothing to do with our YouTube channel, but we are going to be first-time grandparents next year. So, that's which outside of YouTube, but you know, and yeah, that's a shock to the system. We can't wait for.
Which I think is a really great segue. So basically, to wrap up 2024, and I'm going to let Chris explain this one because I'll do the quick 10-second. I was thrilled with this experience. We did it last year, and it's at Wimpole Hall.
Wimpole Estate in Cambridgeshire. Right. They do a Christmas Lights Trail, so they've been doing it since I think first year was 2021, and so yeah, I mean basically they have a whole you know, you walk along through the estate, and they have obviously various Christmas lights, a laser show on one of the buildings there. They have other, I mean, you know, just really, I mean, they've got a lights tunnel, which obviously is a major, like, kind of photo opportunity.
Yeah.
They, you know, just really lovely, you know, Santa was there, who was starting his vacation, but he was sleeping more than occasionally.
Yeah, funny, about the time I started taking the video of Santa, he just happened to want to snooze.
But yeah, so beautiful, just a really nice, they've obviously got Christmas music playing, and as you're walking through, and different music depending on the scenery. So really lovely, really relaxing, just I would say really nice way to, I would recommend pre-Christmas Day. We did it after Christmas. But a really nice way, I think, to kind of jumpstart your Christmas, events, that Christmas period. They have some fairground rides for the kids. So when you first, before you start the trail, had some food trucks. So, and then when you're coming back, they also have a few other trucks there as well. But then marshmallow toasting that obviously all of these are extra cost, but just a really really nice way to spend an evening, and just magical, really. So I would highly recommend. As I said, it's Wimpole Estate in Cambridgeshire, not too far from Royston. So we'll put the link. So I would say definitely add to your to-do list for Christmas 2025.
I think for me as well, as you were walking through, some of the soundtracks that they did was absolutely epic. And so you had these amazing, sort of about halfway through, you've got Wimpole Hall itself, and they do all these projections onto it. They do the laser show from it up in into the sky, which luckily for once you're actually happy it was cloudy in this country, so it's bouncing off the clouds. But the soundtrack was very, I think, as you put it, very Disney-esque. Obviously Nutcracker music, and what is it? Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. The Sugar Plum Fairy, and just really epic music as you were going through, and as you walk through some of the trails. Within the forest, all of the trees were lit, and they were lit in red and green. That was one area that we went through, and then there were
an area that was almost like fireflies. I don't know how, it was like a winter scene, I think. But you kind of walked through like you were walking through the forest, and explain it, but the mist, and it's just really, really, really magical. That's my word for it. It's magical. So just a really, really nice way to spend the evening with your family. Highly recommend.
Anyway, should we say goodbye?
Yes. Thank you so much for basically watching us this year and subscribing. Certainly, please subscribe, and we look forward to next year, and hopefully to bringing you some really start that again. Last point. You might want to say that.
So, should we say goodbye?
Yeah, we'll say goodbye.
At least goodbye to 2024.
Oh gosh,
Where did
I cannot believe 2025.
Oh my.
But thank you so much for following us this year, and we hope to see you and more of you in 2025. We're really looking forward to next year, and Happy New Year. And I think once you see this, will it be 2025?
It will be 2025. This is actually New Year's Eve that we're recording this, and hopefully I'll get it out today for you, or if not, first thing tomorrow. And wishing you an absolutely fabulous New Year's, and remember, middle-aged, not dead. Do it now.